If you're on food stamps and EBT, listen up. I have 10 changes that are coming to EBT and food stamps in just 30 days. This is going to affect all the 42 million people that are receiving SNAP benefits. So I'm going to explain what these changes are and how they are going to affect your benefits starting in October the 1st. Now, President Trump has made a lot of changes this year to the food stamp program, and now we're going to see the effects of those changes and how that reflects in the amount of food stamps you're going to get, the minimum amount, the income limits, the asset changes, and more. I am Kwame Kwade. I have been helping seniors get the retirement benefit they deserve for the last 15 years. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Please do me a favor, go into the comment section and let me know your city and your state. And if you've been watching my channel for a while, thank you for continuous support. And I want to dig into this breaking news because one of the things that we have seen a lot of movement on this year has been food stamps. And it's one of the things that have been under the radar because Congress made a lot of changes in the big beautiful bill that affected SNAP, but until now we hadn't really seen the effects of how does that translate into your actual benefit amount. Well, we have the answer because the USDA just released this press statement that talks about the 2025 food stamps increase for 2026 that starts in October 1st and ends in September 30th, 2026. So I'm going to read the statement to you. This was released on August the 13th. It says this memo provides a fiscal year 2026 cost of living adjustment to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which is food stamps. And they're talking about the maximum allotment, meaning how much you can get from a maximum perspective based on your household size, income eligibility changes, deductions, all according to the Food and Nutrition Service Act of 2008. So they went into details about what these changes are, and that is what I want to walk you through one by one so that you can see how these changes are going to affect your benefits going forward. So let's jump right into it. So let me pull the first image that is going to talk about the income limit. So, how much do you need to qualify for food stamps? Let's start with the gross income limit, and then we're going to talk about the net income limit. So, as you can see on the screen, starting October 1st, 2025, the gross income limit for the 48 states, DC, Guam, and the Virgin Islands is $1,696. For a family of four is $3,483, and for a family of six is $4,675. That's how much in income you have to make. That's the threshold in order to be eligible for food stamps based on your household size. In other words, it's 135% of the federal poverty level. Now, what is the federal poverty level? Well, it is a chart that the government releases every year that shows what the government considers as poverty. And most importantly, that chart is used to calculate eligibility for benefit programs, including SNAP. So here is the federal poverty level data. 100% of poverty is $115,650. And you can see 130%, it means that you're making $20,345. 20,300. So let me calculate that. $20,345, right? And then divide that by 12, and then you get 1,695. So when we go back to the chart that I showed you earlier, you can see that it is the same amount. So your SNAP gross income limit is based on 135% of the federal poverty level. And if you want to know what that is, all you have to do is pull the federal poverty level number and go to the 130% column, and you will see what it is for a household of one all the way to a household of 14. So back to SNAP, this is your gross income limit. Now, after gross income, if you're applying for food stamps and you're not a senior citizen, you need also the net income limit. So what is the net income limit for SNAP for 2025, 2026? Well, I am going to tell you now because I have that data. So the net income limit is what you see on the screen, 1,305. And notice it says 100% of the federal poverty level. So that's the standard. So let's go back to the federal poverty level chart, and you can see 100% of the federal poverty level is 15,650. So 15,650 divided by 12 is 1,304. Let's go back to the net chart, and it's 1,305. So they rounded up a little bit. So that is the net income. It means that your gross income minus allowable deductions gets you your net income. So a lot of seniors miss out on allowable deductions because they don't track all the expenses that are necessary in order to get to the right income amount that maximizes your benefit. So if you're applying for food stamps as a senior citizen, make sure that you are collecting all the information possible that you are required to bring that can give you the best shot as getting more than just the minimum benefit, which I know a lot of seniors have been complaining about. Now, if you're a senior citizen, there is a special income limit that applies to you. And so let me pull that up for you. And as a senior, you only have to meet the gross income limit. So here is a senior citizen food stamps income limit. It's 165% of the federal poverty level. So it is more generous towards seniors. So seniors are given a more room to qualify for food stamps. So unlike the regular population that have to qualify based on 130% of the federal poverty level, seniors have until 165%, or people with disability also fall under this criteria. So 165% of the federal poverty level is $2,152 for a household of one, and $2,909 for a household of two. So next, let's look at the deduction. What are some of the allowable deductions that you can take from your net income to get your gross income amount? Well, I have that for you, and here it is. Standard deduction. So for a household of one, you have $209. For a household of four, you have $223. And for a household of six plus, is $299 for the lower 48 states. There is more. So next, you're probably thinking, how much food stamps can I get? If you apply and you are approved, or if you're currently approved and you're looking forward to next year and the increase that's coming on October 1st, well, how much are you going to get in form of a food stamps increase? Well, let's look at that. So the income maximum allotment is what determines how much you're going to get. And in 2025, 2026, for a household of one, the maximum benefit you can get is $298. Well, how does that compare to the previous year? How much you are going to get in food stamps compared to what you were supposed to receive previously? Well, I looked into that data, and here is what you have. 2024, 2025, the maximum for a household of one was $292. Today, it is going to be $298 starting on October the 1st. So there is a $6 increase in your food stamps benefit on average. So that is reasonable for what you can expect on a monthly basis. For a household of two, you have $546. That's the maximum benefit. It means that if you qualify, that's what you're going to get. If you compare that to last year, the maximum benefit was $536. So 536 versus 546, there's a $10 increase. So that is also, I'm showing you the income limit from last year. The gross income limit was 1,632. The net income was 1,225. And then for the elderly, it was 2,071. And I've given you all the 2025, 2026 changes. So what other changes are happening for food stamps that you need to know about? Well, there is the notorious minimum benefit. A lot of seniors do not like the fact that they go through all this effort to apply for food stamps only to get $23. So let's see if the government was generous this year with your minimum benefit. Here is the chart. They weren't. Actually, you only get $1 increase in the minimum benefit. It goes from $23 to $24. I have no idea why they keep this minimum benefit at such a low rate. I don't know what $24 is going to do for anybody at the grocery store. So that is where we are. Until Congress passes a law to increase the minimum benefit, I don't see a change here. And actually, the big, beautiful bill did knock a lot of people off SNAP benefits. So we are not headed towards a Congress that is trying to be generous towards people on food stamps or Medicaid and those kinds of programs. They are actually trying to take away benefits and shrink the number of people that are on these benefits. And so that is that's the trend that we're seeing, So unfortunately, now let's move on to the other changes that are coming. There are a few more that I want to bring to your attention so that you are fully informed about what to expect regarding food stamps for 2024, 2025, 2026. So the next thing I want to talk about is the asset limit. Some In some states, you are required to meet the asset limit to be eligible for food stamps. It means that you cannot have resources that are more than the asset limit. And for seniors, that asset limit is $4,500. It is staying the same. For everybody else, it's $3,000. So if you're applying for food stamps, make sure that your state does not have an asset requirement. If they do, this is the asset limit. So when are all these changes going to take effect? Well, this is going out on October the 1st, and they're going to run through September the 30th. So your October food stamps EBT card deposit, you should be looking for these changes, and you should be looking for this money to hit your EBT card. Now, before I go, I want to talk about Medicare. So if you're a senior citizen and you are turning 65, or you're already on Medicare and are not sure about whether you are on the right plan, I have great news for you, because our partners, Chapter Medicare, have worked with over 2,000 of our viewers already and gotten them help with Medicare. Why is that important? Well, here's what I keep telling everybody. You are going to get more from Medicare in terms of financial resources and support than you're ever going to get from your Social Security check, because Medicare pays more towards seniors than you get in your Social Security check on an annual basis. That's just a fact, because medical care is expensive. But here's the thing. How do you know you're getting everything you deserve, everything that you've earned? It is by being in the right Medicare plan. It is not automatic. It doesn't happen because you've enrolled. Especially some of these plans, you have to enroll in the right plan for you. And some of them are based geographically where you live. And so if you get in the wrong plan, it doesn't matter whether you've earned the benefit, you may not be getting the full benefit. And that's what Chapter does for our viewers. They are going to look at the plan that you're in, and they have access to all 24,000 plans, and then figure out what is the best plan for you. If you're in the right plan, they'll let you know. And if you're not, they will work with you to get in a better plan. They are not there to sell you anything. Their sole purpose is to help you get into a better Medicare plan. Call the number on the screen, 539-205-2147, or go to askchapter.org/insider. I'm going to put the link in the description and the comments to this video. But here's the deal. 90% of all seniors are in the wrong Medicare plan. Why? Because Medicare can be confusing, can be overwhelming. And so people choose the first plan that they know about or what their friend is currently on, and it may not be the right plan for you. And there's nothing worse than needing care and not having the right plan to cover it. So call these guys. These are some of the people you'll be talking to when you call them. and they are ready to help you save $1,100 on average with Medicare, and also get you into the right Medicare plan. They are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So give Chapter a call today. And lastly, if you're a senior and you're looking for community, if you feel that you get online and you are not getting all the information that you believe you need in order to maximize your retirement, we heard you, and now we've created a community for seniors. It's called our Benefits Insider Circle community. And so far, almost 120 of you have already signed up in the last few days. Why? Because they understand what we're trying to do here, which is go deeper than what we do here on YouTube. There's so much more we can cover with you, like the topics that I've shown on the screen, but we don't get to cover them here. And so now we're covering them with this community. And not only that, we're giving you access to all our discounted guides that we have been selling on our YouTube channel. If you go to our YouTube store, you will see a lot of the guides that we've created. These are some of the best information you have on Social Security and Medicare and food stamps and more. And now, if you're part of this community, you get all of this and any future guide we create for free. This is about helping you unlock every dollar, every discount, and every advantage you deserve. And so, if that sounds good to you, go to school.com/benefits insider and join our community today. So far, I've been very impressed with the level of engagement that seniors have shown, and the appreciation for this community, because there is nothing like it. If you want to belong somewhere where you feel seen, heard, understood, and you can get access to the best resources that can help you maximize your retirement, this is the place you want to be. So check it out, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. If you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and thank you for watching.